What's up, guys? It's the BMD birthday back in today. Got another video to share with you guys today, and this one's pretty special. This is probably the largest build you've ever seen on this channel before. But before we get into that build, I'm going to share a little story with you guys. So as you may not know, I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. I've loved the books and the movies, and of course the LEGO sets for as long as I can remember. I've got most of the sets from Fallen Kingdom, from Dominion, and from everything in between. So today's build is the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. Like I said, this is the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. It's probably the biggest build you've seen on this channel since I've started uploading in 2018. I made a Visitor Center a while back from Jurassic Park, and it has the most views of any video on my channel with like 10,000 views. It's pretty amazing. So I had to build this again. I love Jurassic Park, so let's get into this build. So starting kind of near the front, as you can see, these cars are not Mocs, so to say. These are from the two different LEGO sets, the Triceratops research set and the kind of T-Rex Rampage display set. I have a bunch of figures from inside this build. These figures are from all across all different waves, all different sets. I wanted to make it as scene accurate as I could, so I threw in a bunch of figures from different sets to make them just perfect. At the front of this build, we've got some water leading out to the black outline and the edge. I took this to a convention, and a lot of people liked seeing just the flow of the loose bricks in there. So it is a pain to travel with builds, with techniques such as this, but it was fun to see all the kids light up when they saw all of the little water pieces. Then we've got some little ferns and bushes out front here. These were a design by my friend Benjamin. He was just messing with some of these little three-tier leaf pieces and was just trying to create the same foliage that you see in the movie. Then moving a little bit farther back, we've got the road, of course, which had the track, which the cars drove along. And then behind the Ford Explorers, we have all the little figures around the build. Then, a little bit farther back into this model, you've got the waterfalls leading into the front entrance of the build, some more ferns in some flower gardens to the sides, and then a whole bunch of foliage to either side of this build. On the back here, we have a little bit of nest with some eggs, and you can see a frog next to those. I threw in a bunch of different frogs inside this build of every different color I had. So if you find some in the build, make sure to point them out. These palm trees were another really interesting and cool design. I used some techniques I saw online when building these, including this bush piece down at the base, and then I didn't quite have enough of these lime green leaf pieces, so I threw in a couple of the more natural green color, but I really like how these palm trees turned out. This is just a really fascinating build to work on. So inside this model, we've got a few little gift shops to the side with some different Jurassic Park elements on them, and then we have the two dinosaur models. The T-Rex used some designs from a LEGO Ideas set a little while back, so you may recognize some techniques on it. And then the Brachiosaurus, or whatever sauropod is pictured, is just my own design, my own model there. And there's some columns on the side. I tried to replicate the interior to the visitor center as well as I could, but sadly I didn't have enough space to throw in the command center or the embryo freezing chamber or any of that cool stuff that I wish I had enough space to put into this model. So another interesting fact about this model is because it was made for transportation between conventions, it's built in two different sections. So right on the middle here, you can see that it splits apart into two different builds. We've got some Technic pins that have an axle on one side, and then they have the regular Technic pin connector on the other side that split this model into two, and then I can take all of the figures and I can take all of the cars off of this side of the build, place this one on top, and it goes perfectly into a nice little box. So it's really interesting and fun to figure out the different techniques to moving giant LEGO builds to conventions, and I hope to go to as many more as I can find and build more giant cool stuff like this. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. If you have any ideas for other builds, please put them in the comments below as always, and thank you guys so much for watching. BMD out.